Early 2003. The heavy door of Metropolis Studios closed behind Amy Winehouse. The city noise vanished. Inside, silence waited. Not empty silence. Expectant silence. The kind that demanded to be filled with something real. Mark Ronson sat at the mixing console. His sleeves were rolled up. An ashtray overflowed beside him. He'd been there since dawn. His eyes looked tired, but sharp. The kind of tired that comes from chasing perfection. Amy dropped her bag. It hit the floor hard. The sound broke the studio quiet. "You're late." She pulled out a cigarette, lit it. "I'm not late. I'm dramatic." Mark turned, finally looked at her. "Same thing in this business." "Then maybe I'm in the wrong business." "Too late for that. Island Records already cut the check." The recording booth stood behind thick glass. A Neumann U47 microphone hung from the ceiling, waiting, judging. Amy stared at it like it was an enemy she hadn't met yet. Salam Remy adjusted his headphones. He was the engineer, quiet, observant. The kind of man who understood music spoke louder than words. "You ready to light it up today?" Amy exhaled smoke. "Born ready. Just needed someone to notice." She stepped into the booth. Her winged eyeliner was perfect, sharp, a weapon against doubt. The red recording light blinked on. Mark's voice came through the speakers. "Let's start with In My Bed." The beat dropped, low, seductive, older than anyone in the room. Amy closed her eyes. Her voice followed, honey laced with smoke. This wasn't performance. This was confession. Every word carried weight. Every note left a mark. By the second verse, the control room went silent. Even the hardened session musicians stopped moving. They'd heard good singers before. This was something else. This was someone bleeding into tape. The take ended. Silence. Mark clicked the intercom. "Perfect. Don't touch it." Amy opened her eyes. "It's messy. That's the point. We don't sell perfection here. We sell beautiful scars." She stepped out of the booth. Her hands were shaking slightly. She hid them in her pockets. "I just put my diary on tape. Now strangers will own it." Salam smiled. "That's what makes it art." The control room smelled like hot cables and dust. Amy sprawled on the couch. A glass of red wine appeared in her hand. The room was warm, too warm. The kind of heat that comes from machines running all day. Mark worked the faders. His fingers moved with precision. Each tiny movement changed everything. He was chasing something, a sound only he could hear. "Most singers hide behind melody," Salam said quietly. His eyes were on the tape reels, spinning, recording, capturing moments that would never happen exactly this way again. "They use notes to soften words. You hide inside the melody." Amy studied her wine. The deep red caught the studio lights. "Safer there." Safer from what? From the silence when the song ends. From people judging loneliness they'll never understand. The tape kept spinning round and round, taking pieces of her, making them permanent. Mark leaned back. "They'll understand soon enough. This record's going to burn." She turned her head, met his eyes. "Then I hope it stings. I hope people put the record down and call someone they hurt." A knock interrupted them. The door opened. A label representative walked in, suit pressed, smile manufactured, the corporate world entering the creative one. He carried a folder, contract papers, the smell of business. "Amy," he opened the folder. "We're loving the raw energy, very unique, but marketing has questions." Here we go, Amy thought. The suit arrives to fix the soul. They want something more radio-friendly, cleaner chorus structure. Amy sat up. "I am the hook. They'll get it or they won't. People need something to grab immediately." "Then tell them to grab a boy band. I'm not here to make easy music." The rep's smile tightened. "Island Records is investing millions. We need return on investment." "Then invest in what I wrote, not what you wish I wrote." Mark tried to intervene. He'd seen this before. Artists versus labels. Usually the label won. "We can find middle ground." "No." Amy stood. Balance is for accountants. Balance kills art. I didn't come here to compromise. I came here to tell the truth. The rep closed his folder. You're making this difficult. Good. If it's easy, it's not worth doing. When he left, the door slammed. The sound echoed. Salam chuckled quietly. You just made an enemy. Amy shrugged. Only a boring one. Boring people can't stop soul music. Mark rubbed his face. You realize what you're risking? Everything. But what's the alternative? Singing lies for money? I'd rather be broke and honest. 2 in the morning arrived like an uninvited guest. The other musicians had gone home. Mark had left an hour ago. Amy and Salam stayed. The studio lights buzzed, restless, trapped, like thoughts that couldn't escape. Amy picked up her notebook, scribbled in the margins. Words appeared, disappeared, reappeared differently. She was hunting something, a title, a name, something that captured what this collection of confessions really was. Frank, she whispered. Salam looked up from the tape reels. After Sinatra? Partly. He sang truth even when it was ugly, but mostly Frank means honest. No filter. The opposite of what Island wants. She stared at her reflection in the booth glass, tired eyes, smeared eyeliner, but alive, fierce, fighting something invisible. I'm calling the album Frank. It's a warning. To who? Everyone. That I won't lie. That every word costs me something. Nick Szymanski walked in. He carried files. Always carried files. You're still here? You need sleep. Can't sleep. I'm building something too heavy. Can you carry it? Amy met his eyes. I'm not carrying it. I'm becoming it. Once it's out, maybe I can walk away from what I'm singing about. Nick nodded slowly. He understood. The album wasn't just music, it was exorcism. The next day, the studio filled with people. Musicians tuning instruments, engineers chasing perfect levels, producers arguing about tempo. Amy lit a cigarette, ignored them all. She sat in the corner, writing, always writing. When the band started, the groove hit hard, smooth jazz laced with R&B grit. The Dap Kings session musicians knew their craft. They played with soul, real soul, the kind you can't fake or buy. Amy stepped to the microphone, hair falling across her face. She pushed it back, leaned into the mic. Loving you was a losing game. Her phrasing was unpredictable. She pushed against the rhythm, pulled it back, almost missed beats, then snapped back perfectly. The musicians followed her. They had to. She wasn't following the beat. She was making it follow her. Salam whispered to Mark, "She doesn't obey rhythm, she bends it." Mark grinned. "No, the beat obeys her. That's what makes her dangerous." When the song ended, even the cynical assistant clapped. Amy looked at them, mock serious. "That'll do? Or should I make it sound more like Britney?" Mark laughed. "That'll more than do." They played the take back, full volume. Amy sat cross-legged on the floor, head tilted, listening to herself. Her voice filled the room, raw, real, unpolished in all the right ways. "That's me," she whispered. "The sound of too much too soon." Mark watched her, and now the world gets to hear it. And now they own it. A week later, the conference room at Island Records smelled like leather and money. The walls were lined with gold records, platinum plaques, success frozen in frames. Amy slouched in her chair, black jeans, leather jacket, eyeliner sharp enough to cut. 2 senior executives sat across from her, gray suits, expensive watches, contracts spread between them like weapons. Nick sat beside Amy, tense. His jaw was tight. "We need to discuss track order," one executive said. His tone was careful, patronizing. "Lead with 'Stronger Than Me.' It's catchier, better for radio." Amy raised an eyebrow. "You want to rearrange my diary because it fits your spreadsheet? We're investing millions. We need to maximize return." "Then invest in what I made." Not what you wish I made." The executive frowned. He wasn't used to resistance. "Miss Winehouse, the album tells a story, a relationship failing, chronological, emotional. You break the order, you break the art. We understand your artistic vision, but do you? Because it sounds like you understand market research, not art." The second executive shifted uncomfortably. "We're on your side here." "No, you're on the money's side. There's a difference." Amy leaned forward. Her voice went quiet, dangerous. "If you're scared of honesty, you signed the wrong artist. Touch my track order, I walk, and I tell every journalist exactly why." The room froze. Nick kicked her under the table. A warning. Amy ignored it. Her eyes stayed locked on the executives. They'd never met an artist who valued integrity more than money. They didn't know how to handle it. The senior executive shifted. "We'll keep your order, but you're on a short leash now." "Good," Amy said. "Means you're listening. Means I still own my story." Outside, Nick exhaled hard. "You just risked your entire career over a track list." Amy lit a cigarette. "Then it's a career worth risking." The first vinyl test presses arrived in brown sleeves, heavy, thick. Amy held one carefully. The cardboard smelled new, fresh. She slid the record out slowly, black, glossy. Her reflection distorted in its surface. The word "Frank" gleamed under studio lights. Simple, honest, dangerous. "For everyone who told the truth and got punished," she said quietly. "This is our revenge." Mark entered. He moved carefully, quietly. "It's good, Amy. Real good. We did it your way." She turned the record over, read the track listing. Each title was a memory, a piece of her heart pressed into vinyl. "Then let's hope it hurts the right people and heals the right people." Mark moved to the turntable, placed the needle carefully. The speakers crackled. Then her voice filled the room. They played it straight through, no breaks. Amy closed her eyes, listened to herself like a stranger would. When the last note faded, silence filled the room. The good kind, the kind that feels like respect. Mark spoke first. "You realize what you've done? You just redefined what a female jazz singer sounds like in the 21st century." Amy looked at the record sleeve. "I made something they can't ignore, something honest, something dangerous." Same thing. The launch party was chaos. Journalists crowded the entrance. Photographers jostled for position. Flashbulbs exploded. Industry faces filled the room, all pretending to care. The music was too loud, the champagne too warm. Nobody really listened. They just waited for their turn to talk. Amy hated it immediately. She'd made something honest. They'd turned it into a product launch. She slipped onto the balcony. She needed air, real air. London glittered below, a circuit board of lights. Somewhere down there were people who might actually hear what she'd made. The cold air felt clean, sharp. Nick found her, 2 champagne glasses in his hands. "They're calling you the future of British jazz." Amy took the glass, didn't drink it. "Jazz doesn't need a future, it needs memory. I'm just reminding them what it feels like to be honest." He laughed. "You always sound like you're writing your own obituary." "Maybe I am." A young journalist appeared, recorder in hand, hungry for quotes. "Amy, quick word. What does Frank mean to you?" Amy turned. Her eyes were intense, clear. "It means I stopped lying, and I own every mistake I sing about." The journalist blinked. "That's intense. Are you worried audiences will find it too raw?" Amy smiled, sharp. "Truth is raw, darling. That's the point." Weeks later, Frank climbed the charts. Critics loved it. They used words like authentic and raw. Music, magazines put her on covers. Radio stations played it late at night. Audiences didn't know what to do with it. Too jazz for pop, too pop for jazz. It didn't fit any category. The album sold respect, not millions. Amy didn't care. She'd said what she needed to say. She was back at the good mixer, her real home, nursing a pint, watching new kids struggle on stage. Same fear she'd faced, same doubt. The pub smelled like beer and hope. The stage lights were dim. Everything was perfect in its imperfection. Ray, the bar owner, sat beside her. "You did it, kid." "Did what?" "Proved you don't have to sell out to sell. Just be yourself, louder." Amy smiled, tired, genuine. "Being myself is exhausting. That's how you know it's real. If it doesn't cost you something, it's not art." She raised her glass. "To pain, then." Ray clinked his against hers. "And to truth that refuses to die." Back in her flat, Amy sat at the same table where it all began. Same chipped mug, same scratched guitar, same view of Camden. The world buzzed with her name now. Frank was on magazine covers, in record stores, on radio playlists. But inside her flat, it was still quiet. Success hadn't changed this space. This was where the real work happened, where songs were born. She opened her notebook. Fresh page, white, waiting. The pen felt familiar in her hand. Words started appearing, slowly at first, then faster. "If they think Frank is me at my worst, wait till they hear me broken." She paused, looked at what she'd written. It felt true, inevitable. Frank was honest, but it was still controlled, still protective. The next album wouldn't hold anything back. "Wait till they hear Back to Black." She laughed softly. The sound bounced off the window pane. The fire was still burning, louder now, deeper, hungrier. But this time she knew something new. The fire that creates also destroys. You can't make art from pain without letting the pain touch you, change you, burn you. And she was standing in the middle of it, willingly, knowingly. The next album would cost more than this one. She could feel it coming, like weather. Inevitable, necessary, devastating. She picked up her guitar, played a single chord, let it ring, then played another. A progression, dark, beautiful, the sound of heartbreak before it happens. Outside, London kept moving. Inside, Amy kept creating. The space between those two worlds was getting smaller. Soon they would collide. When they did, the music would be undeniable. But so would the cost. The success of Frank opened doors Amy never wanted opened. Fame arrived like an unwelcome guest, loud, demanding, impossible to ignore. And with it came attention from producers who recognized her genius. Mark Ronson and Salam Remy would return, but this time they would help her create something that would define a generation and break her heart in the process. Back to Black was coming.